Hi friends, welcome back to another build challenge in The Sims 4. So when I'm not watching The Sims 4 on YouTube, I love to watch Brittany Broski and Sarah Shower. I think they're so freaking funny, and a little while ago they did a video where they went through the weirdest homes on Zillow. It was really funny and I like that video a lot. So we're gonna try and rebuild the weirdest rooms we can find on Zillow. I spent a couple hours searching and I found some really freaking weird houses on there. So strap up. We're gonna start out with the least weird and go all the way up to the weirdest of the weird. So all of the houses that I found are really expensive. This one is $4.5 million. It's in California, and this one didn't look too weird to me. I mean, the color in here. One time my grandma painted her entire house this like blue turquoise color. Didn't tell anyone about it until we got to her house and it was all blue. Then I got to this bathroom, and while I kind of get it, like I get the idea, like it's supposed to be maybe, I don't know who that is supposed to be, but why the eyeballs when you're going to the bathroom? I actually found a lot of weird bathrooms. Like sometimes people will have the most normal house and then their bathroom like looks like this. A whole bunch of faces just staring at you and the eyeballs. I'm just not about it. So let's recreate this bathroom first. This one's pretty tame, definitely not the weirdest that I saw, and I think this is a pretty small bathroom. I'm gonna do a regular white wallpaper, and I know that there's this picture that comes with the Sims 4 Vintage Glamour. This one here. Okay, so we've got this swatch and then there's like all of these ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is shrink this down, and I kind of feel like this might look cool. Like I want to make my own wallpaper by like literally just shrinking these, putting them next to each other and doing that for the entire wall. And then it's just gonna be like a whole bunch of faces staring at you. We're gonna need the most expensive toilet, like the freaking gold one from Get Famous, also with a super expensive towel. I kind of went for the more expensive ones in this challenge because like when people have the money, some of the homes that I found are just outrageous. I'm gonna use these here from the Sims 4 Get Together, and also we're gonna need to find one of those expensive looking towels from, I think it's the Sims 4 base game. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste these all over this room and see how it looks. Okay, I don't hate it. Let me show you. So this is how it turned out. We've got our like so many of these vintage glamour posters on the wall. I kind of like it. This person would have like a high fashion decor kind of house, like the Chanel logo spray painted on the wall. I don't know, I don't hate it. It's interesting. This is gonna push us out of our comfort zone for sure. Next up, we have this one here, $5.5 million. This is in Las Vegas. I did a lot of searching here because I kind of feel like people will have like these vacation homes, like these really rich people, and like that's where they'll weird it out. Like they'll weird out the side home, but then their regular home is normal. Makes sense to me. This one looks so normal until I got to this one room here. And I was very confused about what's going on in this room. We've got stars on the ceiling. We've got green neon lights on the floor. I mean, it looks cool. It's just a little strange. I was thinking maybe it was a sauna, but then down below it looks like we have like shower heads. There were like seats in here, which made me think it was a sauna, but then there's like showers. I don't know. Whatever it is, it looks really interesting and it caught my eye. So we're gonna try and build this. So I'm gonna build a big room. There's like little bump outs too that kind of come out. So we're gonna go like maybe like this. We can build an entryway and kind of like pull this all the way back, sort of like that. And then for my wood, it's like this gray, like kind of color for the wallpaper too. I think I'm gonna use Eco Lifestyle for my wallpaper. Let's do like that there. And this is gonna seem really strange, but the Sims 4 Perfect Patio stuff has these like floor lights. It's these, they have like different colors. So the lighting in the picture is blue and it's like these star kind of things. I'm gonna raise these all the way up and put them all over my ceiling. I don't think they really give off too much light, but I think I'm gonna move in a sim so that I can change the color of my lighting in live mode. So we're just raising these up until my entire ceiling is covered. This is gonna take a hot minute. So I have my patio light switch, looks so crazy from above, but I'm gonna show you like what it looks like down below in a sec. But in live mode, I'm gonna go set color and intensity, and I'm just going light by light so that it doesn't like apply to every light in this room. And I'm just changing it to like a blue color and like adjusting the dimmer. They don't give off too much light, but it reminds me of like when I was a kid having those star stickers on the ceiling. This, regardless of how weird it might be, is gonna be a really cool bathroom in The Sims 4. We're gonna grab that dine out marble thing here, and I'm gonna make my own sink in the middle, or like my own counter kind of. I'm gonna put these two beside each other, and then I'm gonna go to Perfect Patio, and we're gonna grab this stone counter here, and I'm just gonna like squeeze them in. I have move objects on, so I'm just holding Alt on my keyboard, like bringing them together, and I'm gonna just stack them together like this all the way to the end. And now we have like an interesting looking counter. And what I was also thinking is going in and grabbing like a strip light like these, and then we can put them underneath. So I'm gonna just rotate them, and I'm gonna just like connect them on like this, just so that they look like they're kind of like connected, I guess. And then I'm gonna go back into live mode, and we're gonna change these to green. So again, just at color and intensity, this light, we're gonna do green. For our chairs, there's like chairs lined together in this room. I'm gonna use these from Discover University. There's that one, and there's also like a couch, and there's also like a sculpture on there, or like a weird rock or something. So I'm just gonna put this here from Get Famous. It's kind of just like a white block, and we need to find something to put on top of there that's gonna look kind of similar. In debug, we do have those cool like crystal rocks like these. Okay, I think I'm gonna put that on there. We're also gonna put the Discover University showers on the wall. So I think I'm gonna put them everywhere actually. We'll put like one there, and I need to put my sinks. So what I'm gonna do is go with this Dino marble counter, and we're gonna combine it with this here from Dream Home Decorator. I think if I put mirrors up in here too, we're gonna see the stars at the top a little more. This room turned out so cool. I learned some hacks. Recreating this little countertop here even brought us some new ideas. We have our sink along the corner. I combined these so that they kind of like wrap around. And yeah, this just looks so cool. I mean, it's a little bit weird from the top because this is what you're gonna see, but this is definitely different from what I'm used to building. This is pretty cool. Now we're gonna get into some really weird stuff. This one is priced at $2.9 million. I think this one's also in California. The decor in here is insane, and the story behind this house is even weirder. So we start off, this is our house here, then we go in, and it's a very retro interior. We've got laundry in the kitchen. This is a bigger view of like the retro kitchen, but I think this house might be some sort of like hotel. We've got this cool, actually like really cool flower sink in here. Oh my God. This is questionable. Why is that comfortable? Does this pull all the way over like to the end? It kind of looks like it does, like a convertible, you know? I've never seen a bed like this in my entire life. And then all of the decor, like we've got pictures of like famous people all along the walls. Of course, we're playing like this retro movie in the bedroom. There is an Elvis shrine, because of course there is in this house. Look at all of this stuff. They have been collecting this stuff for years. Honestly, props to them. This is actually kind of impressive. But then it gets even weirder because we've got this door and it says registered guests only beyond this point. Maybe it's like an Airbnb. It's listed as a residential like home lot. Just the fact that it's got like this, like what is it? And nothing in the house indicates what it is either, which is why I think it might be an Airbnb. Like we've got this weird office going on. I don't know. If you do stay here though, you get this nice shower curtain, again with the faces on it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I think I want to build this kitchen. I love to build retro stuff, and I think we could totally pull off this like cluttered look. So even though this kitchen is cluttered a lot, it's pretty big. We have checkered flooring, and I think just like some white wallpaper. I'm adding in the lighting. Actually, I think they might have like ceiling fans, but we can put these in here for now, and I want to make sure that we have a very yellow toned light. We have a window to this wall. It's like a pretty big one. Actually, I think there's one here too. And the booths reminded me of The Sims 1 date night. What the heck was it called? I think it was date night. But that pack had like a whole bunch of like red, this. It looked a lot like this stuff. So I'm gonna put these two together. It comes with a table on it, but I'm just gonna like move the table off. We have some nice green curtains. There are pictures everywhere. I don't think we're gonna have any part of this wall that's going to be exposed. I need pictures of people. Like these are gonna work out. These are from Dine Out. I may as well use the other one too while we're at it. See, part of me wishes we had a pack like in this style. Like we've got bowling night and like some things, but I love this. There's a circular table in between. There's like a whole bunch of the spices. I'm gonna find spice clutter. See, this also makes me think that this could possibly be like an Airbnb or a diner or something. Because when I was looking at it, I noticed there were so many coffee makers and like salt and pepper things. And I didn't really see another kitchen where like the cooking would take place. So I want to know what's going on here. So yeah, a bunch of coffee makers. And then for our cabinets, it's kind of like this this dark brown, and the cabinets reminded me of base game. So I'm gonna be putting these together, and it's a pretty big kitchen. Like, it extends all the way back. And then back here, there's a tiny little bump out where we're gonna put our laundry. And I'm not sure, I can't remember if we have a red laundry machine. Oh, we do. Okay, this is gonna be so cool. It also looks like they've got this like end table right here, which is perfect because now we have more room to clutter. Okay, so this is how this one turned out, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I feel like in The Sims, it doesn't really look as weird. Like, it's definitely not something that I would decorate for a home normally, but I mean, in terms of like all of the stuff in here, all the clutter, like, I'm kind of obsessed with it. And then this is what it looks like on this side. So up top, I lined the entire top of the counters with pictures, all of them going up this way. Look at all of the clutter. I had to leave like one counter space so that if you do play with this, your Sims can actually prep. But look at all of this clutter. Like, I'm in a dreamland. And then all of it on this side, this is like clutter cam. And then hidden back here, we have our laundry. We've got a little broom right there and a smaller like dining table over there with more clutter on it. All right, so we've got 3 rooms down. Wait till you see what we've got next. Besties, I found the goth house in real life. Look at this and wait, just wait till we get to the interior, but this is the goth house, I am convinced. This house is $12.5 million, located in Los Angeles, California. Oh my God, it's beautiful though. Like, it's weird, but this is gorgeous. We've got our patio. You can tell like where this is going, I think, like definitely. Then we get here and here. Hey, I never noticed the little mushroom decor, but that's cool. This whole house is kind of terrifying, but in the most beautiful way possible. Like we have this green, like nice seating area, which is actually very different from the rest of the house, but still beautiful nonetheless. Like, look at all these details. You can tell it's expensive. We get here. This is straight out of like a dark academia meets gothic novel. And then look at this. Imagine sitting and eating your breakfast here. Look at these chairs. Like, those are totally like antique pieces of furniture. It's so scary, but it's so cool. Then we get here, and I just want you guys to look at this over here. There's the oven. We've got this overhang, all these details, kind of like church-like. Look at these bar stools. They're like pointy. Oh yeah, there's more detail of this. Oh, that's so beautiful. But then it gets kind of like questionable because this room is what got me. Because if you peep that wallpaper in the back, it's literally pictures of like bats flying around, and like, I am so intrigued about who lives in this house. Like, I need to know. But also, this is like The Sims 4 vampires in a real house. Like, we have that lamp, we have this furniture in The Sims. So you know what? I think we're gonna recreate this room here, do like a living room moment. And I'm especially drawn here because we have a stage in the living room. That is the stage. There's a platform right there. There's a microphone, a guitar. I think we could build this. I think we could build a cool house with this. I do want to keep going though, because there's one more thing I want to show you. They have a red pool, because of course they do. Of course they do. It's the freaking goth family that lives here. I'm so convinced. What? We'll never know. Look at that. That's scary. Anyway, let's go back and build that living room. All right, so this is gonna be another pretty big room, but we're gonna have to modify it quite a bit. In the back, we're gonna need to do like bump outs here, and then there's gonna be a stage coming like this way. It's not that big, it's just like big enough for like a small performer, I guess, or like maybe they're musicians that live here. We've got like a bump out here and a bump out over here. So that's what our layout looks like. And then I'm gonna go in with these here from Get Together, and we're just gonna put these in like all 4 corners of the build. For flooring, I think I'm gonna use vampires because it looks like a very shiny like wood that they've got. So we're gonna use like a dark brown in that. Look at the shine that gives off. I love it. And then for my wallpaper, this one's kind of tricky because it has like ceilings that are red, but I can't do anything to my ceilings really in The Sims 4 in that regard. So we're gonna have to get a red and black wallpaper. I'm thinking like something like this works. And then I'm gonna use some columns to separate my bump outs. And then we're gonna go in with this Get Together spandrel here, and we're just gonna do that for every bump out. And then in the back, I wanna use a different wallpaper, but with like the dark all the way up the sides. So like something like that in the back. So every bump out, even our stage will have that. And this is gonna give it a little bit of like dimension. Now we need to find the furniture, and I swear I can find all of this stuff almost to a T. So first thing we're gonna do is the stage. I'm gonna use these amps here from Moschino. We're gonna get the microphone. I'm also gonna use this busking station option in this swatch here with this base game Princess Cordelia rug, and we kind of have our stage coming along. I need like a window for the back. Ooh, let's put this one here from Get Together. I think I need windows for the side too, so I'm gonna use these here from Cottage Living just in between. Maybe there's one here too. And then it looks like there's some kind of like structure going on like on the two columns in between like the stage here. So I'm gonna add this from Vampires. I'm gonna shrink it down so it's gonna act like a shelf sort of. And then we're gonna go and get the Princess Cordelia head from base game, and we're gonna raise it up so it's kind of like sitting on top. This is gonna be so creepy and weird, but so is this house. There's these chairs over in the corner. I'm using this swatch here from base game, and I've been searching through for these rugs. I cannot find a rug that looks like the one in the picture, so I might have to combine a couple. I'm thinking if we combine this rug here from Get Famous and then maybe put this one over top like that, and then we're gonna have the red edges and then the red in the middle, and I feel like if we put stuff on top of it, you're not gonna be able to tell. I'm gonna use this chair set here from base game. I feel like I need a little bit more lighting in here, so we're gonna use the same lights that we used earlier in that bathroom, and I'm gonna put them just on like the corners of everything. Basically wherever I have my columns, they're gonna go beside it. The thing with this room is there's a lot of lighting. Like there's like 5 lamps in the photo. So like back here we're gonna be using all of the Vampires lamps. They literally look exactly the same. Like this is the lamp from the photo but in like red, and then they have another one like over here, like another blue one. We've got these 2 chairs in between which match from base game, and I need like a coffee table and a piano, which I don't think we're gonna be able to fit an actual piano, and we don't have any like slim stand-up pianos in the game for some reason, but we do have this. Doesn't really fit the vibe, but I'm gonna work with what we got in the corner. And I think what we could do, they have like this cool mirror in the picture too. I'm gonna make one using Vlad. Yes, you heard me right. I have this build hack that I've used before on this channel where we use this picture of Vlad and we're gonna use the frame for a mirror. So I'm gonna go and grab a base game mirror like this. We're gonna raise it up until it matches with like the frame. You might have to use 2. I think I'm gonna have to go in with the second one here, but then you have a cool mirror with like the frame that you can adjust. I love that hack. This is one of my favorites and it fits so well in this room. So with all the decor and everything, this is what our house is looking like. Look how freaking cool this room is. The lamps are so weird, but like just the fact that they all don't match is like perfect to me. I have our coffee table there. We've got some flowers from my wedding stories, and then flipped over on this side we have our stage, our super weird stage in our living room. I love it. I think this is really freaking cool, and I'm very tempted to swim in that red pool. Moving on, I have one more very weird house to show you. This is probably the weirdest house I've ever seen in my whole life. So this house is $11 million, located in Los Angeles. Looks kind of normal from the outside. You get to the living room and the decor is a little questionable, but it's not that weird. Same here, you know, whatever. Regular kitchen, regular bathroom. And then you get to this bathroom and it's all downhill from here. We have this room, which is gonna set the theme for the rest of our basement. I think this is like a mini casino, like a gaming room. We've got some cards and stuff on the table. This is the basement. This was the thumbnail for this house. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think this is an innocent basement. I'm not gonna say any more than that, okay? Because I don't want to get in trouble. But let's break this down. So we've got space all over the walls. It's like black lit to the nines. Neon strip lights all over the place. These doors, I think, like open up. We get here. I don't think I would ever even touch the first step in this house. Moving on. This is very confusing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this entire thing because on the ceiling and on the walls we have like a silhouette of a woman, and it's I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it, but just know they're floating all over the place. We've got rocks on the side of the wall. Over here then we have a hot tub, like platforms leading up to this weird like neon cave hot tub. This like, oh my god, I can't even. I'm realizing that all of the structures are made of like, oh my god, this is so weird, you guys. All of the rocks are like carved out. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless, but let's build it. All right, to do this, we're gonna have to build a basement. We're gonna get our tool and we're gonna build a massive one. I think I'm gonna do multiple rooms here, but the PG version. So down we go. I need to get some lighting. We need to get our stairs. And these ones, I actually didn't know that these were like lit up from Get Famous. You can't really tell in the light, but once we get rid of the light from upstairs, I'm just gonna build a room so that it's dark. They're like neon stairs. So I'm gonna put multiple different ones together so we have like a different color effect. And then to the right of that, there's a bed. So we're gonna build a bedroom. It is also up on a platform, so I'm gonna try and build one out. I wanna see if I can do it, like build one all the way back here, get the stairs going up, get that same pattern going on. The bedroom's gonna come to like there, and then there's gonna be rooms coming off like this way. So we're gonna have a big room in the back. That's where I'm gonna do like the cave pool room. And then I think I'm gonna extend this over a little. And then we can also do that weird like blue bathroom maybe right here. Okay, let's get our flooring and wallpaper and our lighting. It's so dark down here. There's this light from base game. I think it's an unlockable item. This one, and it gives off like the red, green, and blue lights. I'm gonna put so many of these down here, but I think I'm gonna shrink them because I'm gonna put so many and it's not gonna look as like bulky from above. So the crazy lighting down here, I'm picturing Get Famous has this like marble wallpaper and flooring that like do not look nice, but the swatches remind me of Space a little bit. Like the flooring there with like the green and the black, I feel like it looks kind of cool. So we'll put this up. Oh my gosh. I'm not even kidding. This is gonna look so cool. My version of this is going to be kind of like an arcade. I'm gonna be going back and forth in live mode and like changing the lighting. So like, let's change these two to purple. And then for our bed, I'm thinking maybe we can use this one in black from the industrial loft kit. I'm kind of dying. Okay, we're gonna put speakers down here so your Sims can dance. Okay, and then we're also gonna need like some chairs down here. I was thinking these ones here from Get Famous. Also with possibly the dine out booth again. Like this one, but in black. And then we can have a door to the bathroom right here. This is where we're gonna do that weird like blue bathroom. Let's do the neon money sign over here. And I added the button bashers over to the side. So this is what our main area is looking like. On the other side, I added that mirror, which I thought fit. So let's go into the next room. I already built out the platforms for this because I had a little bit of a hard time like getting the shape that I wanted. But I think what we're gonna do in this room is build a pool in the middle. So I'm gonna go and mimic that like hot tub situation that they had going on. And we're gonna do a pool like right here. This is gonna be cool because I can change the color of the pool lights as well. I think every time I go into live mode, a dust bunny spawns. So ignore that. And then I have this idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work. What I wanna do is find a rock that's going to be like slim enough that I can put it along my walls and make it look like that's the wall. Like this. And then I'm gonna like move it all the way to the back. I'm gonna turn on my grid so that I can bring it back even further. And I want that like color on there. I want it to like match with the rest of my build. So then from down here, that is gonna look like a cave wall. That's gonna be so cool. I think I'm gonna do the same thing going along this way. And then for the statues, we're gonna do the PG version and I'm gonna go to romantic garden and use those. So like these we can put along the side. I mean, still sort of creepy, right? Like definitely still creepy. But then on this side, what I could also do, I want to use that decor to the max stuff. And in the picture, they had chairs that look sort of similar anyway, like these. So we could use these chairs to the side and we can put the matching couch. Like this one here in that purple swatch. Oh my God. I have never built anything like this in my life in The Sims 4. It is cool, but definitely very strange. Your Sims will be able to go swimming in there too, which I mean, it is kind of different, right? I also did that weird blue like bathroom with like a bunch of showers in it and the toilet and just like total blueness taken over. So this is what our basement ended up looking like. I mean, this is cool. Like if we are going for just like an arcade sort of thing, this does look cool. So I hope you guys like this video. This is really fun. There's so many weird houses out there. So let me know if you want me to do this again. Make sure if you like the video, you're liking, commenting, subscribing, and that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.